are here live on LCTV 12 with Spike It for Life 2009. I'm going to be your co-host Brian here at Long Meadow High School Gymnasium with East Long Meadow Spartans versus the Long Meadow Lancers in this charitable event. And by my side, we're going to have my co-hosts, Kimberly Plummer, if I said that right. She's eating. So when she's done, she'll hop on the mic. And we got about 2 minutes left. Warm-ups are going good. All tonight's proceeds goes to Bay State Medical for research on breast cancer. And we thank everybody who came out tonight and who's watching us live on LCTV 12. Everything that is Long Meadow. And while we're waiting, I'll give a brief. You can catch all your local meetings on LCTV 12, Monday nights live at 7 p.m. Rebroadcast Wednesday nights at 7. And about a minute to go before we go live with this charitable event, the event of the decade here at Long Meadow High School. And next to me we have Kim. I know nothing about volleyball, and she does play volleyball, so you can help me out tonight with all the questions I have.
I'll do my best.
All right. I guess we'll start off right now. It looks like we're getting ready.
Well, the game's not actually going to start probably for another 3 or 4 minutes because they have to go through introductions.
Oh.
And they have to do the Pledge of Allegiance, not the Pledge of Allegiance, but the
National Anthem?
The National Anthem, excuse me. So, probably like 2 minutes to game time.
And Kimberly, you play for Springfield College?
Mm-hmm, Springfield College.
Now, what are the positions of volleyball?
Well, there are the 3 basic positions are outside, middle, and setters, or right sides.
Yep.
And but then it gets more specific. If you're a right side player, you can either be a right side hitter or a setter.
I'm lost already, but actually, we'll continue this. I think we're going to go to National Anthem now.
Okay.
Are they doing? No, maybe not.
If you guys look around, you'll see that both teams are wearing the same color uniforms with the same logos on it, because tonight we're just one team. All right, we're playing a volleyball match against East Long Meadow and Long Meadow, but we're all fighting for the same thing, and it says so on the banner tonight. So this is a very special thing. Cancer affects every single one of us. If you have a chance to take a look at the memory board out there, we could have filled up 5 more of them. You know, this is something that's very important, and we want to get the awareness out there. It's great to see so much support in the stands, and we hope you guys have a fun time tonight. I think there is still time to buy raffle tickets if you want to bump up that $3,500. So thank you guys very much. Enjoy the night.
We would like to remind everyone that the MIAA and its member schools are committed to the principles of good sportsmanship. We believe all student athletes, coaches, and spectators should strive to represent the very best spirit and tradition of high school athletics. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. And now the starting lineup for East Long Meadow. Number 1, Judy Rivera, Rachel Villanueva. Number 9, junior outside hitter, Nikki Patakis. Number 7, junior middle blocker, Kristen Lombardo. Number 10, sophomore middle blocker, Emily Smith. coached by Melanie Jova, assisted by Megan B. Ladies and gentlemen, on your feet, hands together for your 2009 Long Meadow Lancers. Wearing the number 1, senior outside hitter, Captain Stephanie Lloyd. Number 5, junior middle blocker, Anna McGrath. Number 6, sophomore middle blocker, Megan Hall. Number 7, junior outside hitter, Captain Anna McGinn. Number 10, sophomore libero, Katie Beard. Number 11, junior center captain, Allison Donnelly. Your Lancers are coached by Joe Rory, assisted by Allie Salomon and Kristen Augustine. Please rise for the singing of our national anthem by your Long Meadow Allison Hall.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets that the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free.
Game time.
Let's play ball, as they say in baseball.
They say it here too. No.
It's empty. I'll move it. I'll pick it up and recycle it.
All right, let the games begin. Now, before we start, I guess I was asking the positions. Like, I guess throughout the game, explain to me and the audience, because I'm sure a lot of people don't really know everything about volleyball. I'm sure there's more to it than just hitting the ball.
Yes, there is more. You can see there's 6 people on either team,
Okay.
and so you'll have 2 of every position. There'll be 2 middles, 2 outside hitters, and
Yep.
2 right side players.
All right. So it's sort of like, I'm going to say, a smaller version of hockey, maybe.
Ooh, that's a sport that I don't know much about.
See, I like hockey, so if you explain it to me in that way, maybe I can figure it out. It's like you 2 defense people in the back, because you score. How do you score? You have to get the ball land in that yellow line?
No, not at all.
No, not at all.
No. Anytime that the ball hits the ground,
Yep.
that's a point for a
Okay.
team.
Okay.
All right, and so this team, Long Meadow, is going to try and get the ball to land anywhere on East Long Meadow's side of the court.
Okay.
That's how you score points.
Just 1 point.
Yep. So we'll watch this play and we'll use it as an example. Okay. Number 2 hit the ball out, and it didn't land in East Long Meadow's court. So East Long Meadow won the point.
Okay.
It's kind of tricky. But once you've got it, you've got it.
Yeah. Well, now the counting. That's another thing. You can only have it so many times.
Right. You can only touch the ball 3 times on a side, and you always want to try and get a pass, a set, and a spike. Because obviously a spike is going to be much harder to pass.
Yep, that's true, and it'd be harder to block. And it's already tied 1-1.
Yes.
And you have to win by a 2-point lead.
Yep.
Am I correct?
Yes.
And is it 22 points?
No, it's a game to 25.
25. All right. And it looks like East Long Meadow is ahead by 1 point. Now, is there periods, halves? Do they take a break? Like, that's my other question.
Well, in high school, when you play volleyball, you either play best of 3 or best of 5.
Oh, okay.
And so, because this is a high school match, I think they're playing best of 5 games tonight.
Yep.
And so, every game that they play will be to 25 points. And if one team wins the first 3 games to 25, then the match is over.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But if one team takes 2 games and then the other team takes 2 games, they'll play one more 5th game, and that's only to 25, and that's only to 15 points.
Oh, okay. All right. Wow. These girls are playing hard, too. It's a pretty intense game.
Yeah, they're hitting very well for high school girls.
And we got number 11, I believe it's East Long Meadow. Now they gave that to the visitor, right? Now nobody scored on that
Yeah, it's
because they hit the net.
no, volleyball used to be played where you could only score a point if you were the serving team, but that rule was changed, and now it's rally scoring,
Okay.
which means that at the end of every play, somebody will get a point.
Really?
Yeah.
Now when did that rule change? 'Cause I remember in high school playing this game, and I kind of don't remember that rule.
I don't know the exact year,
But that's something new to the game.
well, within the past 30 years.
Oh, okay. Well,
So when one team, like just now, East Long Meadow served the ball into the net, so Long Meadow got a point.
gotcha. All right.
Right.
Okay.
Good serve by number 8. All right. Another good serve by Caitlin Corbett. And a new player stepping onto the court, number 9, Sarah Underwood. She's an outside hitter.
Outside hitter. Now those are the ones on the left or right, front and back.
Those are the ones that are on the left.
Gotcha. Oh, on the left.
Yeah, but she's playing back row right now.
And the one in the black shirt, that's the captain?
No, the black shirt signifies a position that I haven't mentioned yet,
Okay.
called the libero. And the libero is a defensive player only.
Really? They have one defensive player?
Well, in volleyball, with every new server, the whole team rotates a position.
Okay.
So you don't have just defense or offense. Preferably, you have people that can play both offense and defense.
And well, our camera person just got hit by the volleyball, but
But anyway, you can have one player who doesn't have to play offense. They play defense only, and they play,
so that's a person in the black.
and that's the person in the black. Yes.
Well, that's interesting.
And it's called the libero.
Libero.
Nice set.
Wow, the score is now tied 7-7. Here at Long Meadow High School.
Ooh, a jump serve by number 7,
Yeah, that was
Anna McGann.
an awesome serve, I have to say.
Oh, wow.
Oh, and an awesome spike.
Yeah. That was a kill by middle blocker Hannah McGrath. She's a junior. You don't really see hits like that very often in high school.
No. Long Meadow High School's got some, they're pretty tough when it comes to sports. All right, we got number 7 in East Long Meadow.
Number 7, Kristen Lombardo.
Kristen Lombardo.
She is also a middle blocker, and she's also a junior.
And let's see what kind of, oh, no, what just happened there? Oh,
I didn't see what happened.
no, I didn't.
Go, Hannah!
Now I noticed her in practice, they had people in the front, like they would hold hands and turn around. I haven't seen them do that during the game, so I'm guessing it's a practice thing.
It must be, because there's no rule or anything that says you have to hold hands ever
Alright.
in the game of volleyball.
Yeah, I think it's like a practice thing. I was watching it going, I don't remember that.
They're just getting psyched for the game,
Yep.
showing their love.
Here's number 5 serving for Long Meadow.
That's a
Wow.
nice top spin serve. And a kill from number 10 on East Long Meadow, whose name is not listed.
Number 12. No, 13 from East Long Meadow. And, oh! 11 a Long Meadow, and that was a point for our visiting team, East Long Meadow, 10.
Her name's not mentioned.
Her name, oh, okay. Well, that's fine. So, and that,
Another good serve from number 11.
they've been serving pretty tough for Long Meadow. Their serves have been really strong. And so right there, if she had someone underneath that net and hit it, they could have put it over. But since she already hit the ball and the ball just hit the ground, that was it.
Oh yeah,
Pretty
that's
much.
another rule. If you touch the ball, you can't touch the ball twice in a row.
Okay.
You can touch the ball twice out of the 3 contacts that you're allotted,
Yep.
but you cannot touch the ball 2 times in a row. That particular play was a little different because a block doesn't count as a touch.
It doesn't count as a touch?
No, a block is something all on its own. It doesn't count as a touch. So after somebody blocks, you still have 3 contacts available.
Ah, okay. So what a block, an example of a block would be maybe it hits you in the, you block it with your forearm?
No, a
Or-
block is only when the defense, the
Yep.
defensive side, jumps and raises their hands to block
Yeah.
the hitter,
Okay.
the hitter's path.
So they're kind of like just pushing it away from them, not really hitting it.
I'll show you what a block is when it comes
Yeah.
up. It's hard to explain without.
Actually seeing it.
Okay, so number 9 hit the ball, and number 6 jumped up at the net and
Yep.
raised her hands to try and stop the ball from ever even coming on their side.
Ah, okay.
When you make contact with the ball there, that's a block.
Gotcha. Wow, that was, I heard that. I felt that when she fell. That was a tough fall. Now, what do you usually do when you get ready for a big volleyball game like this? What are the normal rituals that you would do, or maybe someone else in volleyball would do?
Well, obviously, you have to warm up properly.
Yep.
A lot of teams do a dynamic warm-up, which is where it's like you jog, you do the grapevine.
Grapevine?
Yeah, it's like a dance move.
Oh.
Just make sure that every part of your body is fully ready.
It's a very, yeah, it's a full body sport. I mean, you really have to be. For all this falling down, it's kind of like roller derby almost.
And if you don't warm up properly, volleyball creates a lot of injuries. So the warm up is very important.
I noticed a lot of people wearing knee pads.
Right.
Because the falling is
Yes.
incredible.
Yeah. Knee pads, although they're not required, are very, very helpful. And basically, they just cushion your knee from breaking. You still get bruises and stuff, but the knee pads act as a cushion.
Yeah. I can imagine.
But anyway, getting back to like pregame traditions.
Yep.
Every team has different things that they do. At Springfield College, we always wear our warm-up shirts for one half of the warm-up, and then we
Yep.
change into our jerseys halfway through the warm-up.
Oh, it's a ritual. You have
And
to
it's
do
a
it.
ritual. We do it every time.
Oh. And if someone doesn't do it, you guys kick them off the team?
Oh no.
Oh, okay.
But we've never had to worry about that because everyone always does it.
All right, that's good. I actually was watching, they had I forget who it was a football player, and they would have to shake hands. He has to shake hands with everybody on his team during practice before the game. And if they don't shake hands with someone, they harass them until they shake their hand. Everybody has to shake hands, he said.
Yeah.
So just weird little things like that everybody does.
Yeah, there's strange things for every team. And it doesn't seem strange to them.
No.
But yeah, I'd like to know what these girls did to get ready for this game. They're playing very well.
Well, who got the point there? The visitors, East Long Meadow, 18-17.
Very close game.
Yes. Your Long Meadow Lancers are now down by 1 point. We're getting close to that 25 mark here live on LCTV 12. And thank you, Kim, for coming down tonight.
Oh, it's no problem.
I'm learning a lot because I don't know much about volleyball.
It's hard to take in all at once. You got to watch a lot of volleyball over a long period of time to really understand.
Yeah.
I'm learning new things every day,
Yeah.
and I've been playing way too long.
Right now we have a huddle. Now they have a minute to huddle, right?
Yep, it's timeout.
The timeout. So right now they're trying to regroup because, well, I mean, the score is pretty close. It's 19 visitors, East Long Meadow, 17 Long Meadow.
And
So what usually is being said in these little huddles,
well,
these timeouts?
if
If you're losing, I know what the story could be.
If I were coaching, I would start the timeout with pointing out the things that we've done well so far,
Yep.
but then obviously point out the things that we need to work on.
start off positive,
Yeah.
and then you got to tell them what they're doing wrong.
And then sneak in what the team's actually supposed to be doing.
Yep. That's the secret to success. It's
I'm not sure about that, but
positive reinforcement. And we got Longmeadow 18, East Longmeadow 19. And
wow,
wow,
jump serves.
that was in the air. Longmeadow's got the ball, number 7. Now she served one. The same server will keep going until they get the point, then they'll go to the next person.
Yep. The same server serves until the other team wins the point.
Gotcha. And, wow. And
Good swing by number 1, Longmeadow.
spike, wow. Now this,
It's a good rally.
wow. I'm afraid one of these balls is gonna fly towards us. Oh my God. Well,
And that's a kill by number
Longmeadow got
1.
the point. It is now
Steph
20 to 19. Longmeadow just got their lead.
What?
Longmeadow got their lead, 20 to 19. 21 to 19, Longmeadow.
And that's
Wow,
another
so another
timeout.
timeout.
Another timeout. Well, yeah, because last time a timeout was called, it was called by Longmeadow because they were behind. This time, East Longmeadow's behind, so they called the timeout. And it doesn't always work that way, but generally, the team that calls the timeout is losing.
Yes. It is 21 to 19, Longmeadow.
And it's a very good game so far.
It is. So this is going to be best out of 5, right? Or
Yes, that's
Yes.
the setup. But if one team wins 3 games in a row,
Row.
the match is over.
done. All right. All right, number 7 for Longmeadow. She's done it twice. Can she do it 3 times? Is that a hat trick? If she does it 3 times, like hockey?
Oh no.
No,
There's
it's not a hat trick?
There's nothing like that.
Oh, okay. Like they don't say she's on fire?
Oh, you could say that. It's a good run.
Good run.
Oh.
Wow. Well, that point went to East Longmeadow. It is now 21 to 20. East Longmeadow's serve. It looks like number 7 on East Longmeadow.
Kristen Lombardo. Middle blocker. She was a good server last time she was up. Let's see if she can do it again.
Wow. Well, not so lucky this time around. Longmeadow got the point. It is now 22 to 20. Longmeadow in the lead. And they have to win by 2 points. So if they keep this lead and they hit 25, do they win it or do they have to go beyond 25? Like if they hit 25 and they hit 23, they win the game.
Oh yeah, the game stops at 25 unless the team that's behind has 24 points.
Gotcha. Okay. And then you have to win by 2
Past
after
25, you have to win by 2.
Oh, wow. East Longmeadow got the point on that one.
No one's gonna give up easily here. I think both teams really want this game.
They really do. You can tell 22 Longmeadow, 21 East Longmeadow. Now who got that point?
The middle blocker, number 10.
It is-
And what she did is basically Longmeadow had an overpass, and instead of number 10 backing off and passing the ball to her setter, she hit the ball back onto Longmeadow's side.
Gotcha. It is 22-22 tied. Well,
Very close game.
yeah, this is a very intense game. I couldn't even tell you who's gonna win. I don't even know.
Me neither. What do you think of the pink hair that all these girls have?
Say that again.
What do you think of the pink hair that all these girls have?
I think it's wonderful. All the pink, as you know, it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and this is a charitable event, and all proceeds goes to the Bay State Medical Research of Breast Cancer, which is a wonderful thing. And everybody who came in tonight, I believe everything goes to charity. So that's great.
Oh, that's great. It's good that these girls are so into it.
And if you watch any major sports this month, baseball, the Red Sox will have a pink bat, pink gloves. They all do the pink stuff. I was gonna wear my pink shirt that says "Real Men Wear Pink," but I decided not to.
It's game point now for the visitors. East Longmeadow is at game point right now, which means there's only 1 point left in the game.
Wow.
If they win it.
East Longmeadow came back.
Longmeadow's got to stop them here if they want to have a chance at winning this game.
They both want it, you can just tell. Oh, and Longmeadow got it.
Great hit by
23
number
to
1.
24.
Steph
East
Loria.
Longmeadow's got the lead. Who was that by?
Steph Loria, number 1, outside hitter.
Now,
They're still behind, but they have the advantage at serve.
on Longmeadow, they had one, I mean, they're all good, but they had a very good server. I forgot what number, who was that? She was on fire for Longmeadow. She had the hat trick because she got 3.
Oh, I don't remember which
I don't
number
remember
she was.
who she was.
When
As
she
we
comes
go
up
along-
again, I'll keep my eyes out
Yeah.
for her.
It is 23, Longmeadow, 24, East Longmeadow. They're coming back from their little huddle, their little timeout.
Longmeadow has the serve. They have to win this point to stay in the game.
Now Longmeadow, what are they doing right? What is their strengths?
Something that they're doing right. Their outside hitters are doing very well, so I would keep setting their outside hitters.
Wow. East Longmeadow, 25. Longmeadow, 23. That means East Longmeadow won. Now, this is the best out of 5.
I'm thinking we might be going to five games tonight.
You think so?
Oh yeah.
If you were
if East Longmeadow won the first game at Longmeadow,
Yep.
Longmeadow's not going to be happy about that. They're going to come out with an attitude this next game
Think so, yeah?
and take it.
You could be right. We could be here for the long run.
Well, we'll see.
We got 3 minutes until the next match. Now, if you were the coach, what would you tell Longmeadow? You said their strengths. What about their weaknesses? What do you need to work on to get the next match to win?
Defense.
Defense?
I had a coach who used to tell me that offense will win you games, but defense will win you championships.
Oh. Okay, well, that makes sense.
Anyway, but from what I can see, their hitting isn't really a problem. They have really strong approaches, nice deep swings.
Yep.
But the problem comes from the passes. The passes aren't getting pushed all the way to the setter, so the setter's having problems setting good sets to the hitters. So if I were the coach, I would tell them to make sure that they keep their bodies low, keep their butts under the ball,
Yep. Yeah, they
and,
seem very
and push the pass to the setter.
yeah, they seem what I've been noticing, they're really up front, and I guess everything's kind of going to the wayside, nothing staying in the middle. I don't know. Am I watching the same game as you? Because that's what I see. What about East Longmeadow? If they're going to come back, and now that they defeated Longmeadow in their first match, East Longmeadow's got to step up the game.
Yeah.
Now, what do you think their weaknesses are? Because Longmeadow, I thought serving-wise they were good serving compared to East Longmeadow.
Yeah.
But that's not going to win you games.
Well, a good serve is a good start,
That's true.
because that's how you start every point, with a serve.
So that's why, but see, Longmeadow lost, and they have very good servers.
That's true. But I think their defense is what caused all the problems in
Yeah.
that last game. For East Longmeadow, I don't know. I really think that Longmeadow is going to come out with really strong swings because they're angry.
Yep.
So if I were the coach of East Longmeadow, I would tell the defense to be ready for harder hits now.
I do agree. I think that's what's going to happen. They're going to come out hitting hard.
I think defense needs to be picked up on both teams.
And now they switch sides, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we got East Longmeadow. The game will be starting in 19 seconds, it looks like. Now, who takes the first serve? The winner of the last match?
No.
No?
Before the game starts, before the match starts, they flip a coin,
Okay.
and one of the teams gets to serve, and then whoever hasn't served yet, the other team will serve. Like if East Longmeadow, I don't remember who served last, but if
Yeah, I don't either.
if East Longmeadow served first, then Longmeadow would get the first serve of this game, and it just goes back and forth.
Okay. Well, it looks like Longmeadow might be serving first.
All right, then I was right. East Longmeadow served first last game.
Okay, all right. And we got number 11 up.
Not Carolyn.
Wow. Well, Longmeadow just scored 1-0.
Allison Donnelly. She's a setter. She's also a junior.
You know what? I think she was our star server last game. I think.
It's a nice jump serve there. And a free ball. Put it away.
Oh, that was a block.
No, it
No.
was just a mishit by number 1.
Really?
Yes.
See? I'm learning something new all the time.
The defense did block the ball. They did
Yep.
jump up, but the ball went into the net. It didn't hit their hands.
Oh, okay. It is 2-1. Longmeadow's got the lead.
Again, good serve.
Kind of looked like she misstepped, and Longmeadow gets the point.
That was a block.
Huh?
That was a block. The defense didn't even give the ball a chance to come to their side. They said no. Push the ball back over.
Yeah. East Longmeadow's really gonna.
And another free ball.
Oh.
Put to a good spot.
It is 3-2. Longmeadow Lancers have the lead. We got number 4 for East Longmeadow. Getting ready. Here she goes.
Nice serve.
Oh. Whoa.
And a nice block by number 6.
So it looks like Long Meadow has worked on their defense.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I told you, if I were the coach, I'd say pick up the defense. And it looks like these girls have decided to do that.
Now that point went to East Long Meadow.
Looked what?
Did it go to East Long Meadow? East Long Meadow got that point?
No.
No?
East Long Meadow had a miss hit. They hit it into the net.
Oh, okay. Oh. That went to East Long Meadow. It is now tied 4-4.
No. Oh, did it? Oh, yeah. Both of those points
Was I
went to
right?
East Long Meadow.
No?
I'm still stuck in the last game.
Yeah, East Long Meadow's on our side now.
Excuse me.
Oh.
Nice save by number 10.
Long Meadow 5-4. They're keeping that lead. They do not want to let go of that lead this time around. Long Meadow. Number 8 from Long Meadow will be making a serve.
Caitlin Corbett, sophomore, outside hitter.
Outside hitter. Here we go.
She's also a lefty.
Long Meadow got the point. Now, because everybody rotates, how do you say she's a lefter or a righter, but whenever, oh, they only switch on that side?
Oh. That's one of the most confusing parts of volleyball.
All right.
You start the game in a rotation.
Yep.
And in rotation, earlier I said that there are 2 outsides, 2 middles, 2 right sides.
Yep.
In rotation, you're always opposite the player of your same position.
Oh, so when you switch, you're going to switch with them.
You what?
When you rotate, do you switch with the left? No?
So if there's a left side in left back, then the other outside hitter is in right front.
Ah.
Opposite. And with every new server, you rotate a position.
Gotcha.
That's rotation.
So that's kind of confusing, I would say.
But during play, you want to be in your base position.
Ah.
So there's rotational position and there's base position.
All right.
And base position is what is the difference between outsides, middles, and right sides. So in your base position, all of the outsides will be on the left, all of the middles will be in the middle of the court, and all of the right sides will be on the right side of the court in base position.
Gotcha. All right. I'm following a little bit.
But in rotation, they go back to being opposite of each other.
Gotcha. And plus you have your offense and your defense, because the person serving is when your rotation on the opposite side, they're in their positions, right?
You'll have to repeat that.
Gotcha. Whoa.
And that's a timeout.
It's a timeout, and Long Meadow's got the lead by 5, 10-5. We're live here at Long Meadow High School on LCTV 12. Thank you for tuning in, or thank you for joining us this evening. All right, so I'm sort of following the whole rotation, and I understand it a little bit.
Okay.
Once I see it in motion, I'll know what you're talking about.
Right.
The way I think about it is when you're serving, everyone has their own position, right? And then these people, the opposite team has their position as well.
Right.
Okay. But they're not rotating on the opposite side that's not serving.
Yeah, you don't. You rotate in between plays.
Yeah.
There's no rotating during plays.
Yeah. All right. And as you can tell, the crowd is going crazy.
Yeah.
And sort of like a soccer game. Oh. East Longmeadow got the point on that one. It is now 10-6. So we got number 7 from East Longmeadow, ready to serve.
It looks like she might jump.
People are going crazy.
Nope.
And now Longmeadow got the point on that?
I think she served it out.
Really? And now they get a point for that?
Yep.
Wow, okay.
Because it didn't land in their court.
That's sort of like a tennis thing.
Yeah.
That reminds me of tennis.
Yes.
I know tennis a little bit. Oh, well, Longmeadow.
Big blocks from Longmeadow tonight. I didn't see that much in the first game, but they've really decided to
they're back with vengeance.
abuse the other team. Yes, back with a vengeance.
They're back with vengeance. And our other camera person almost got hit, but
It's only a matter of time.
yes.
We're next.
We're next. I have to say, if Longmeadow was a movie, it would be Die Hard right about now. They're back with vengeance.
Die Hard, 1, 2, 3, or 4.
I have to say 1.
That's the best one.
(13-7). Longmeadow has a huge lead. Now, if they keep this up, I mean, I can't imagine them falling back now, but it could happen. This is a very fast-moving sport, so.
Yes, volleyball is all about momentum. Whichever team,
Oh.
whichever team can produce the longest streak of points usually wins. Like if
Normally. That's
you serve, like if you can get more than 3 points in a row,
Yep.
that's a good run. And the team with the longer run is usually going to be the winner, regardless of how well your team plays.
Oh, man. Well, let's see if that can happen tonight.
But
Longmeadow.
in games like the first game today, where it went 1 point, 1 point, 1 point, 1 point,
Yup.
you couldn't tell who was going to win because neither team had a long run of points.
And it's going to be kind of difficult for East Longmeadow to make a comeback from this far behind. To really hit a streak. 14-8.
Well, 6 points. 6 points is definitely doable, especially in a 25-point game.
Oh, so
And you never want to count a team out of it because as soon as you start thinking, oh, they're not going to come back, that's when they turn around and bite you in the butt.
yep. Well,
It
kinda
always works that way.
It looks like that way right now because East Longmeadow just got that because she hit the net.
Suddenly they're only 5 points away, and 5 points is nothing. Volleyball moves so fast. A team could gain 5 points in 2 minutes.
Yeah. Well, it is now 14-10, so I think you're right. I think Longmeadow got a little ahead of itself and is kind of falling behind now.
They're going to have to bring out their big hitters again. We've seen a lot of blocking, but not a lot of hitting.
Yep. And East Longmeadow got that. Ah, man. Maybe our camera people are bad luck. When they get hit by a ball, Longmeadow starts to lose. Out of bounds.
Out of
Longmeadow
bounds.
get the points. 15-11. They needed that. They just needed that one mistake to get that ball back.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. I don't know. I was afraid that if Longmeadow had been left to their own devices, they might have made some mistakes. So the fact that East Longmeadow just served it out was a good thing for Longmeadow.
All right, well, they're in a break right now, in a huddle. The crowd is going crazy for Longmeadow.
They must be Ozzy Osbourne fans.
They must be what?
Ozzy Osbourne fans.
They are. They're huge Ozzy Osbourne fans.
I don't know if the audience can hear it, but Ozzy Osbourne is playing right now.
I think Ozzy Osbourne did go to Longmeadow High School. I'm just kidding, but that'd be kind of cool if he did. 15, Longmeadow, East Longmeadow 11. But to me, it seems that East Longmeadow is really looking to bring that score up, as we saw previously. Longmeadow got the point on that one, 16-11, Longmeadow. And number 19, she's wearing the black shirt.
Yeah,
Now, what does that mean again?
she's the libero,
Ah, the libero.
which means that she plays defense only.
East Longmeadow gets the point, 16-12. Longmeadow's got the lead. I think East Longmeadow's gonna come back. I think this is gonna be a 5-game match.
I think you might be right.
You know, I hope I'm wrong.
Me too, because my butt is starting to hurt.
All right, looks like Longmeadow got that point, 17-12 Longmeadow, and it looks like number 8 is going to be serving. I can't remember who that server was.
She's the left-handed outside, number 8.
Number 8. Oh. Longmeadow's keeping it in there.
Whoa! And a slam from number 5. That was a
Longmeadow
great
gets the
swing from the
point.
middle. Hannah McGrath, who's a junior. That was a great kill.
That was one of the most exciting ones of the evening.
And we got another sub, number 5. Is in the game now for East Longmeadow, and number 15.
And here we go. Longmeadow gets the point, 19-12. I guess Longmeadow has it in them to keep this lead. I felt that serve was just kind of, I don't know, kind of half-hearted serve on that one.
Well, I don't think she tried to miss.
No, I don't think so either. It just seemed kind of, I saw her serve and the rest of the team was just kind of standing there. I wasn't sure what was going on.
Well, she missed it.
Yeah.
And it kind of stinks to miss a serve because you're all on your own. It's not like you could blame anybody else.
That's the one thing about this sport I've noticed. Longmeadow just got the point. It's 20-13.
A lot of missed serves. It's strange. We've got either excellent serving or shanks.
You're really on your own on this sport when it comes to serve. You start the game, like you said, the serve starts the game. You want it started off well. It's a very individual sport in that sense.
I would have to disagree, to be honest.
Really? When you're serving, you're all by yourself, though.
Well, that's only when you're serving. Volleyball is the ultimate team sport.
I agree with you.
Like,
just the serving part, I
when
feel
you
like it's
have-
very nerve-wracking.
Yeah, but you gotta overcome whatever pressure you feel and just
Yeah.
get the job done. But as far as volleyball being a team sport, you're forced to use your other players. You can't touch the ball twice in a row, and you have 3 contacts. So usually everybody on the court touches the ball.
And that's got to be tough. It's like hacky sack. You know?
I have not heard that before.
It's like hacky sack. And that ball took out a fan right there. Longmeadow got the point. It is now 23-14. Longmeadow.
They've got a very good lead now.
Yes. Let's see.
But another missed serve.
I think they're nervous.
Why should they be nervous? They're ahead 23-15.
I don't know. So only 2 more points away of winning it with this lead.
We've got East Longmeadow's libero serving now. That was a
They're all
rocket.
doing a great job, though. East Longmeadow get that point, 23-17.
East Longmeadow really has to get a run here if they want to stay in this game. And it looks like that might just happen.
Yep, I think East Longmeadow's coming back. But we said this before, so I have to be corrected, 23-17. And East Longmeadow got that point.
This just goes to show that you can never count any team out, ever, no matter what the lead is. As soon as that thought goes into your brain, they're going to get a run.
You know what? I've watched so many other sports. This is the first sport where you can, a blink of an eye, you're right, they could score twice. They could have got 2 points from behind. And I'm used to like hockey where it takes forever to score, or soccer, or baseball, which that could take hours. But this
Right.
is very fast-paced.
Yeah, well, if you think about it, at the very minimum of the game, at least 75 points are scored in a match.
Wow.
Because it's a 25-point game, so
Yep.
if one team wins 3 games at 25-0, the minimum amount of points scored is 75.
It's like a basketball game.
Yeah, but you're still going 1 point at a time. With
1 point at a time.
With basketball, you get baskets to count for 3 points,
2 points, yep. So that's pretty intense.
Yeah. There are a lot of things going on in this
Yeah.
game.
There is. Oh. We didn't get that on camera, but
The libero
that was a ball.
chased a shanked ball down and ran into the stairs.
That must happen a lot, though.
We hope that it doesn't happen very often.
Yeah, I can't imagine. And Longmeadow's got the point. Did Longmeadow get that point?
Yeah, Longmeadow got that point.
So Longmeadow 24, East Longmeadow 20.
It's game point right here. East Longmeadow has to win this point if they want to stay in the game.
Who's got the serve? Longmeadow?
Yep, Longmeadow with the serve. So East Longmeadow's got to have a good serve receive.
Here comes number 11 with the serve.
Great serve. Good pass.
Oh! both want this point. East Long Meadow gets the point.
Yeah, great
Creeps them up
great
by
swing.
1 point.
by number 6, Brittany Paquette, junior outside hitter for East Longmeadow.
Wow.
They're still in this game, and
They're
now
still
they
in the
have
game?
serve. So we'll see. We'll see if captain, number 14, can shake things up, turn this game around at game point.
She served some good ones the last 2 matches. And the East Longmeadow got that point. (24 to 22). Longmeadow's got the lead by 2. All they have to do is get 1 point. They win it.
And there it is.
And there it goes. They got it.
So, the match is tied 1-1, with East Longmeadow winning 1 game and Longmeadow winning the other game.
So now,
It has to go to at least 4 games.
okay, so one of these guys have to win 2 more in a row. We got 3 minutes, a 3-minute break
To
here.
figure out what went well and what went wrong.
Well, now, my prediction is East Longmeadow might come back the next round because it seemed that Longmeadow straightened their defense out, but their serving wasn't so hot that round.
Yeah, the serving on both sides could have been better.
There was a lot of, what do you call it when they hit the net? They just
Missed serves.
Missed serves. A lot of missed serves on their part. So I'm guessing they're being told, watch your serves. And they're doing better on the defense, so possibility of Longmeadow winning the next round, next match.
The defense was better, but if I would still challenge them. I would challenge the defense, like hit with the serves. I think they're trying to hit the serves too hard,
Yep.
and they're losing concentration. So I would tell my servers to serve it right at the defense. Make them play. Make them get control of the ball that you give them. Don't try to avoid the serve receive.
Well, I have to say, all the ladies on the field are playing very well tonight. This is a charitable event for
Yes.
Spike It for Life 2009. As you see all the pink in the room.
Everybody's into it.
I'm wearing my pink socks tonight. I chose pink socks because that's all I have. They got washed with a red shirt, so they turned pink.
Oh,
So,
I've got a pink flannel on.
oh, well, we got less than a minute. We switched sides. Longmeadow is now on our right. East Longmeadow is now on our left.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we can go for another 4 games. Not 4 matches. We
No.
can go another
3 matches.
3 matches.
Maximum. But we're hoping
It is now
for
8
2.
o'clock. Yeah, I'm hoping for 2 too. It is Thursday night, and we are live here on LCTV
Thank
12. All things Longmeadow sports. A big thank you to everybody who's helping out in tonight's game. Mary and Arista on camera. Mr. Dave Bartlett, station manager on audio. Doug Pass directing. And Tracy on graphics. And next to me, Kim. And now I want to, Kim, what's your last name again?
It's Plummer.
Plummer, Kim Plummer.
Like Jake Plummer, the
All
football
right.
player.
Or the plumber. The crowd's getting rowdy. It's getting late too, so all the ruffians are coming out.
What time is it?
It is now 8:10.
Yeah.
It is Thursday night, and Long Meadow gets the point. Long Meadow serving, number 1. She's getting ready. Oh. East Long Meadow just pushed that back. Long Meadow gets the point, 2-0. So as you're watching this, I mean, we're only a little bit into the game. Do you think their serving has gotten better at this far?
Thus far. We've only seen 3 serves, though.
Oh, East Long Meadow gets the point. It is 2-1. Long Meadow's got the lead. East Long number 4 is going out to serve.
Up to hit, the defense should always be covering. That's something that I haven't seen a lot of on either team. And what I mean by covering is when number 4, for example, went up to hit,
yep,
all of her teammates should have been low with their arms out, ready to dig a ball that may be blocked.
Well, East Long Meadow just took the lead. It is now 2-3. East Long Meadow's got the lead by 1 point. East Long Meadow got the point. It is now 2-4, East Long Meadow.
Woo! It doesn't matter who you're rooting for. Volleyball is exciting to watch.
It is, especially a game like this.
Where it's so close. Or at least the first game was.
Yes. I think they were really feeling each other out on the first game.
Even the second game was very close. We didn't think that it was going to be, but.
Yeah, that was.
But East Long Meadow came out of nowhere and made it a very intense game.
But that first game, I felt they didn't really know what to expect, so.
They were still kind of feeling each other out?
Yeah, they were seeing what their strengths were. I think that's why it went back and forth the way it did. And now you kind of see a straightforward game where someone will dominate that ball longer. And it looks like East Long Meadow is not taking anything. Long Meadow got the point on there. It is now 4-5. East Long Meadow's got the lead by 1. East Long Meadow is now got the lead by 2, 4-6. East Long Meadow takes the point, 4-7. East Long Meadow's got the lead. I don't know. I think East Long Meadow is.
I'm telling you, losing never feels good.
Nope.
And so the team who loses usually comes back with an angry and fiery vengeance, looking to get back at the other team who just beat them. So it really doesn't surprise me. It really doesn't surprise me that East Longmeadow has the lead right now.
Wow. That was an intense.
Rally?
That was
Is
an
that the
intense
word?
play. What? Now, I heard a whistle. What happened there?
Number 14 is leaving the game and being replaced by number 4 for Longmeadow High School.
Ah, okay.
Anytime a referee blows a whistle, that signifies the end of a play or a change in the lineup or a change in the game, period.
It did look like number 4 hurt herself, or just her, you know, took a kind of a hard fall there. Longmeadow got control of the ball. It is 5-9. East Longmeadow's got the lead. Now, this is number 7 at serve, and
She's starting from pretty far back. She might be jump serving. And there it is.
And Longmeadow's got the point. Is now 6-9. You think she's gonna jump?
Yep.
Yep. Wow. If she can just keep.
She'll do it. She'll do it until it fails,
Yep.
which is a smart move because if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. And it's an easy point. Well, it looked like East Longmeadow learned her little trick, and they got the point on that one. It is now 7-10. East Longmeadow's got the lead. Number 9's up for serving for East Longmeadow. Now, East Longmeadow got that point because Longmeadow hit it out of bounds.
Right.
All right.
You are learning so fast.
know.
Something that I've noticed about this game that's different from most games, though, is that there are no line judges. There are 2 referees. One is the up ref and the other is the down ref. But normally, there are 2 more officials on opposite corners of the court calling balls in or out.
So they're not really, it doesn't seem like they're kind of eyeing it. They're not really.
Right. And I'm guessing it's because this is a charitable event
Yep.
that people are going to be honest about whether the balls were in or out.
Yeah.
So there's no need to have officials there.
Well, Longmeadow has control of the ball. It is 9-11. East Longmeadow's got the lead. It's getting close. Longmeadow is making a comeback, and it looked like she could have made a basket there.
But that's not the right sport.
Yeah. I think that would have been.
That's
a
tomorrow
1
night.
point. Huh?
That's tomorrow night.
Yeah, that's tomorrow. I would have gave her a point if she actually made it in the basket.
You would make a horrible official.
I know I would be. I would just be giving points left and right.
Good music tonight.
They're playing a lot of rock and roll tonight. Usually it's. During football games, it's a little more rap music oriented.
I like the rock.
Oh, I thought that for sure. Longmeadow would have got the point there, but East Longmeadow got it.
That was
It
a
is
great up.
I couldn't see beyond the ref, but I really thought that would have went to Long Meadow.
We don't have the best placement here, but
No, we don't.
we do have a great view of the referee's backside.
We do. I think he does a lot of Pilates. And East Long Meadow's got it.
Oh yeah!
Oh!
That was a great swing. That was a great swing by number 5.
Long Meadow's got the points. 11 to 12. They're trailing by 1. East Long Meadow's got the lead. Oh. East Long Meadow got that point. It looks like East Long Meadow will be serving 13. East Long Meadow got the point in that. 14 to 11. East Long Meadow is holding their lead. I have a feeling that Long Meadow's not going to put up with this for much longer. East Long Meadow 15, Long Meadow 11. Now what is Long Meadow doing wrong here? They're really kind of...
I think they're just
falling
playing
apart?
tense. They're playing tight. They're playing not to lose instead of playing to win. And I mean, they want to win. Oh, there you go. But I think I'm a big defense person. I think defense could always stand to use some improvement.
Well, Long Meadow got the point, 12 to 15. East Long Meadow is holding that lead 1 point closer to tying it up. This gives Long Meadow the ball. Number 11 is up for serving. Now,
Good push by the setter.
Long Meadow getting a point on that one. Bringing themselves 2 points closer from tying it up, 13 to 15. East Long Meadow getting that point. That gives them a 3-point advantage ahead of Long Meadow. It's East Long Meadow serve. Now she's kind of serving in the middle. Now you can serve anywhere you want, right? As long as you're back there.
You can serve anywhere you want.
Under the net. Now it's under the net by Long Meadow.
Within like the court boundaries. Like the court ends there. She's behind the serving line,
Yep,
but she can't go past the sideline.
gotcha. That gave East Long Meadow another point. Timeout. East Long Meadow's got the lead 18 to 13.
Something that might be affecting their defense is that the floor is very slippery. It's very dusty, and these girls are sliding everywhere. I just realized.
Yeah, it is. I do notice a lot of slipping and falling.
So that's probably why their defense is having trouble. They don't have any traction on their feet.
Brought to you by Rick
Well.
and Fury Brothers Ice Cream.
No excuses, though.
Huh?
There's no excuses, though.
There's no excuses why. I mean, right now, you think Long Meadow is thinking, well, we can't get the lead back. They can't get the lead. What can they do to improve? Just the defense, you think?
Oh, I'm
They're-
not sure.
This is Long Meadow's turn to bring themselves the ball, and they got it. Long Meadow got the point. Gives them 14. They're 4 points behind East Long Meadow, but it gives them the ball. So, what do you think they need to do to keep this ball now? I mean, their offense or defense needs to tighten it up.
I'd say just keep swinging. I think they're pushing a lot of balls over, like with their hands. They need to keep swinging because when they swing, they score.
Well, as you just saw, Long Meadow hit the ground. Two of their players slid on the ground.
They were going after a ball, but
Gives East Long Meadow the ball yet again. Oh, man. Gives East Long Meadow the point. It is now 20-14. East Long Meadow's got the lead. And you're right. Now that you mentioned it's a little slippery, I'm seeing some girls
You're seeing it now.
sliding around.
yeah.
Maybe they heard you.
Now that, yeah, they're just trying to play it off. What's sad about that play is that was actually a beautiful set,
Yep.
but no one was there to hit it. And I don't know whose mistake that was, but that is
Well-
an unfortunate sight to see such a pretty set wasted.
That just gave East Long Meadow the lead to 21-14. All they have to do is bring the 25 to win it. That gave East Long Meadow 23. East Long Meadows got the ball. They got the serve. That gives East Long Meadow that score. It is now 23-14. East Long Meadows got the lead. Wow.
Good work.
Long Meadow gives them back to serve. Well, this is a very intense, very close, because if Long Meadow can just pull off a couple good serves, they can be back. They can be back in the game.
Yeah, we've seen in the past two matches how quickly games can turn around, even at the end of the game at 23-15. I think the score was 23-16
Yep.
last game when things turned around again and got scary.
Yep. So anything's possible. Let's see if Long Meadow can bring this back. Number 13. I believe her name is Katie, as the fans are shouting in my ear behind me.
Huh?
All right.
It's a good serve.
gave Long Meadow the point they needed.
Another great serve by the libero.
And did Long Meadow get the point on that?
Yep. Long Meadow got the point there.
Long Meadow got the point. They're creeping back from the dead. It's 17-23. East Long Meadow's holding. Oh, that's all they needed for East Long Meadow to get that serve back. It is now all they need. East Long Meadow, 1 point to win this match.
Well, to win the game.
To win the game.
That was scary.
Wow. That gave East Long Meadow 25. Now, do we have
East
another
Long
round?
Meadow, yeah, East Long Meadow leads 2 games to 1.
So East Long Meadow has to win one more game. We're here live in LCTV 12, here from the Long Meadow Gymnasium with East Long Meadow against Long Meadow, and East Long Meadow now holds, they've had 2 wins.
Yes, East Long Meadow is winning 2 games to 1 game for Long Meadow.
All right, so now East Long Meadow's got to win 1 to win it,
Yep,
and Long Meadow's got to win 3.
2.
2, sorry, 2. Okay. Wow.
Right.
So let's see. We could be here until we'll be here for a long night.
You might.
Now
My butt is asleep. I actually have to leave soon because I've got homework.
Yes, me too. No. I wish.
College is demanding. I actually did horrible in a physics test today, so I'll probably go back and work on physics.
Well, that's good. And there's a lot of physics in this game.
There is a lot of physics in this game.
So you can say you study by watching volleyball.
How much force did you apply to the volleyball to make it travel 25 meters?
Well, we got less than 2 minutes until game time.
I really do need to leave. Probably will you be okay with the rest of this?
Thank you for coming in. Well, thank you, Kim.
The 4th game here.
4th game. So if you have to leave, Kim, that is fine. We thank you for coming in and helping.
I do. I had fun sharing my volleyball knowledge with you.
Yes, I've learned a lot, and I hope everybody else has learned a lot.
Yeah.
And I'll be on my own. And now, at least this last couple of matches, if we go a couple matches, I'll know more of what's going on.
Right.
So I have to thank you very much.
Anytime you have to cover volleyball, I'll be there for you.
All right.
I'll help you out.
All right, we're going to keep you to it.
Okay.
And hopefully you won't have physics. All right, thank you very much. It was nice to meet you.
Thank you. Lovely to meet you too.
All right. All right. It looks like Long Meadow's got the serve. And East Long Meadow is determined to win this. This is the most intense play right there. And it looks like East Long Meadow's got the point. That was the first point of the game. If you're just joining us, we're live here at LCTV, Channel 12, with Long Meadow versus East Long Meadow in the charitable event for Spike It for Life 2009. With East Long Meadow winning 2 matches, Long Meadow winning 1. If East Long Meadow takes this, they will be the winners. If Long Meadow wins this, we got 1 more match to go. Long Meadow's got the serve. This is what they need to break this tie and get that lead. Wow, and that point goes to East Long Meadow. Tonight's game, all goes to charity, goes to Bay State Medical for research of breast cancer. It is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. As you can see, all the pink in the room. We thank everyone for coming down and supporting such a charitable event. The event of a decade. Looked like East Long Meadow had a chance, but they were over the line. It is now tied 2-2. Long Meadow's got the serve. Their defense has got it, number 19. That gives Long Meadow the point, the 3-2. This is what they needed. They can keep this lead going. The point does go to Long Meadow, 4-2. Long Meadow's come back with vengeance this time around. I'm afraid to say it, but I think we're gonna have another match after this. She's on fire, ladies and gentlemen, number 19. If this was a hockey game, that would have been a hat trick. And the point goes to Long Meadow, 6-2. She's on fire, folks, number 19, here we go. Whatever she's doing is working, giving Long Meadow not a strong lead, but a very good lead indeed. 7-2. I think if she can just keep this up. Long Meadow's not gonna let this happen. Oh, well, that just gave Long Meadow the point because it went out 8-2. This is giving them that lead they needed. They're going to time out. East Long Meadow needs to regroup and figure out what they're doing wrong. It is 8-2, Long Meadow. And I have to give a big thanks to everybody while we're on this timeout. To our interns, our volunteers at Long Meadow. If you'd like to volunteer, you're more than welcome to. This is your public access please come on down and visit Long Meadow Public Access, located in the high school. We have Mary and Arista on camera. We thank you both for helping us out tonight. We did have Kim Plummer announcing, but she had to leave. But we thank our volunteers. That just gave East Long Meadow the point. It is now 8-3 East Long Meadow. That gives East Long Meadow the ball and the serve. This is not what Long Meadow needs. That gave Long Meadow the point because of the error and a bad serve. Number 8 of Long Meadow, they got the serve. They got that lead. They can't let this lead diminish. Long Meadow is not going to let this go. And that gives East Long Meadow the point and the big lead they need, 10-3. Long Meadow. Long Meadow's got the serve. That was intensity in 10 cities if I've ever seen it. And that just gave Long Meadow another point. They keep the ball. The fans are going crazy here tonight in Long Meadow High School. Oh, Long Meadow comes back with that error. That gives them the serve. East Long Meadow serving 11-4. Long Meadow's got the lead. Number 9's up. The serve starts the game. And if it's a good serve, that's what happens. You get yourself a nice little point. It is 11-5. East Long Meadow is eating up that nice lead Long Meadow had. Wow. The defense on East Long Meadow is unstoppable, but not unstoppable to stop Long Meadow. They get the serve and the point, 12-5. Now, number 7's known to give the jump serves that so easily gives Long Meadow points, but not this time around. It's not so easy. That just gave Long Meadow the point. That was a little rougher on the edges, but that did the trick. 13-5, Long Meadow. Thank you for everybody joining us tonight, this charitable event. Spike It for Life 2009, live on Channel 12. Well, Long Meadow's keeping that lead. Number 7, she knows exactly where to hit this ball. 14-5, they're not letting go of this lead. We have a timeout. It looks on East Long Meadow's part. In this timeout, it is 14-5. Long Meadow's got the lead. They're not letting it go. Long Meadows got the serve. And that just gave East Long Meadow the point. But we have a timeout. We have a timeout. It looks like a little, something's going on. They're not very happy with the call right there. Long Meadow is not happy with that call. They're going to the officials. It looks like they're making a new call. They're counting the people on the field, on the court, I should say. 4's going out, 10's coming in for East Long Meadow. Long Meadow seems pretty pumped. That gave Long Meadow the ball, the serve. 14-6, Long Meadow's got the lead. She's putting the ball down. It looks to me like there's still something going on. Another timeout. We got a minute for a timeout. Two of the refs, the high ref and the low ref, are discussing, I think, what they just saw or what was going on. By the looks of Long Meadow's faces, they seemed a little upset by that call, but it looks like they're ready. But there is no losers tonight, only winners, because all the money goes to Bay State Medical for the research of breast cancer. We thank you very much for everyone joining us here tonight. That gave the point to Long Meadow, and that gives them the serve. (15-6). 16's going up to serve. Seems to me if she serves this further back, they usually keep. They got, Long Meadow got the point. Not looking good. It seems a little more confused faces this time around on East Long Meadow side. I'm unsure what just happened. 16-6, Long Meadow's got the lead. A good 10-point lead, but still, as we saw in the first game, this could be anybody's game. Everyone's still looking at the coach. The coach, East Long Meadow's coach and the ref are discussing something. It seems like there needs to be discrepancies. I think someone was not on the line. All right, well, we have the ground ref coming up to the high ref to talk about, I believe, what just happened there. It looks like the call will be made after this. They're counting how many people. Now, my guess would be a position thing. Well, The ref's going back, saying no to the coach of East Longmeadow. No. It's an upset. Longmeadow's going to keep this point, it looks like. The call was legit by the high ref. The coach of East Longmeadow, there's some movement on the court. It looks like East Longmeadow still gonna keep that point. Now, if I pulled up my decoder, I could probably figure out what was going on exactly. A lot of upset fans behind me. Nobody seems to know what is going on. The lull in the action. Well, Longmeadow's keeping that point. They served. And that gave East Longmeadow the points. After all that, that gave East Longmeadow the point, 16-7. Number 13 from East Longmeadow is coming out. Nicole of East Longmeadow. Well, that just got East Longmeadow the point as well. East Longmeadow's creeping up on what was a 10-point lead. 16-8. Well, that gave Longmeadow the point, 17-9. They could keep that lead. Longmeadow is not fooling around right now. Number 11. That just gave East Longmeadow the points, 17-10. They have the serve. Number 6, Brittany of East Longmeadow. And that just gave East Longmeadow another point. 17-11. Brittany's back up. Well, that That could do it. And that just gave Long Meadow the point, 18-11. They take control of the ball. Number 1. We have Steph from Long Meadow. And that ball looks like this could be big trouble for Long Meadow right here. And that just gave Long Meadow the points. 19-11. They're retaining their 10-point lead. One more point. And there you go, folks. Long Meadow, 20-11. They're on their way. East Long Meadow gets the point, in control of the ball. And it sounds to me, we got some number 10 from East Long Meadow sitting down on the bench. Number 4, she comes in. East Long Meadow trying to close the gap. They lost. The point. 21-13. If Long Meadow can just hold this ball. And there you go. East Long Meadow gets it and control. 14 for East Long Meadow, 21 for Long Meadow. This really could be anybody's game, as I learned from Kim before. It's almost becoming like the first match we had of the evening. A lot of back and forth. Long Meadow now retains the ball. They're just wearing each other out. Looks like there's some switching on the court. Number 8 from Long Meadow. And it looks, I heard the whistle, here we go. That gave the point to Long Meadow. Catalin Corbett from Long Meadow. Point goes to East Long Meadow. Well, they caught on to Long Meadow's serve, and number 9 from East Long Meadow. And that was the Timex time play of the game, because that play took no time at all. Number 7, Anna from Long Meadow. This is it. This could be for the game. Number 7, as we've seen in the past, a jump server. Did not work in her favor this time. That just gave it to East Long Meadow. 24 to 16. Long Meadow, they got the lead. All they need is that 1 point to win it. But this is the opportunity for East Long Meadow to make up, to come back from behind. And it looks like it might work. East Long Meadow shortening that gap. An error on Long Meadow's side, and that gives East Long Meadow another point, 18 to 24. Right now, Long Meadow's got to be a little nervous. But like I said before, there are no losers here tonight. This is all for charitable. And that just gave Long Meadow the win. It looks like we got 25 to 18 Long Meadow. They're flipping. They're flipping the coin, and it looks like Long Meadow is going to get the serve. We're switching sides. Now that just gave Long Meadow 2 wins and East Long Meadow 2 wins. So I think this match is for the game right here. It comes down to this. We got 3 minutes. This is the last match of the evening. We're here live from LCTV, Channel 12, all things Long Meadow. We have to thank you to all our volunteers for helping us out tonight. Arissa and Mary. Doug Pass directing tonight. We have Tracy Durant on graphics. Dave Bartlett doing audio. And I'm your host tonight, Brian. A little under pressure tonight because that's what both teams are feeling, because this could be anybody's game. I've learned a lot tonight by Kim because now I know what's going on. Because I would be pretending I'm watching a Red Sox game and just give you that. Less than 2 minutes left. I think both teams are just wearing each other out. That last match, as we saw, kind of reminded me of the first match. It was a little back and forth. Nobody really dominated the ball for very long. This is a very endurance sport, and the most I've ever watched volleyball in my life. Well, East Long Meadow did win the coin toss. They get the serve. East Long Meadow getting ready. Here we go. And that just gave Long Meadow the point. And there's no celebrating yet. That gives it tied. East Long Meadow and Long Meadow are now tied. I'm telling you folks, this is gonna be right back to the first match. Points. 2-1. They take control of the ball. This is where all the action is here on LCTV 12. And that just gave Long Meadow the point they needed. A nice 2-point lead for themselves. 3-1. And that was a lot of errors on both their parts, but that gave East Long Meadow control of the ball. We are now tied 3-3 East Long Meadow. Number 11 at East Long Meadow, Carolyn. Here she goes. And that ball almost hit me. Long Meadow's got control. They can come back. East Long Meadow has control of the ball. 4-4, tied. This is just a mirror game of the first match we had before. Nobody's really dominated the ball for very long. I think they've pretty much spelled out their weaknesses and their strengths, and it just comes down to who can survive the longest. That gave it to Long Meadow. We are once again tied up 5-5. The fans are going crazy. Number 7, Long Meadow, here we go. That gives it to East Long Meadow. It is now 5-6. East Long Meadow takes the lead, but can they keep it? gives it to Long Meadow. Tying it up yet once again. This is sort of a yo-yo match, going back and forth, back and forth. That gives it to East Long Meadow. East Long Meadow has the lead by 1, 7-6. And that gives Long Meadow tying it up yet again, 7-7. The yo-yo has once been brought out. It's a yo-yo of emotions in the crowd. We give that to Long Meadow. Brings them the lead by 1, 8-7. And a lot of change up on the field. Long Meadow just looked like East Long Meadow switched almost half their players on the court. And so did Long Meadow. Long Meadow gives them that 2-point lead they need, 9-7. Domination by server number 11. That gave the points to Long Meadow, 10-7. This is the lead they needed. Timeout, I believe, on East Long Meadow's part. Allison Donnelly's number 11. They are dominating the ball right now with a 3-point lead, 10-7 over East Long Meadow. And it goes to Long Meadow. Domination by number 11, Allison. But East Long Meadow is not going to let that happen. Not just yet. And they get the points. East Long Meadow inches their way back up from the grave, 12-8. That gave Long Meadow the points and gives them the ball and serve. Number 1 for Long Meadow, 13-8 Long Meadow. It looks like a little confusion. And East Longmeadow gets the ball. And this is what East Longmeadow needed to come back. Only 3 points behind. It still is anybody's game. And that gives East Longmeadow 2. The rules have now reversed, and we're in a timeout. It is now 12-10. Longmeadow's got the lead, but not by much. East Longmeadow has control of the ball. The timeout now over. That gives Longmeadow the point they needed. Domination of the ball. Intensity in 10 cities here between East Longmeadow and Longmeadow, the final match. And that just gave Longmeadow the points to keep control of that ball. Number 1 for Longmeadow. The crowd is getting up on their feet, cheering on East Longmeadow and Longmeadow. Gave East Longmeadow the point, 14-11, and control of that ball. The point goes to Longmeadow. And the winner of tonight's match is Longmeadow. They got 15 first. 15-11. That leaves Longmeadow the winner. But tonight's game, nobody is a loser. All proceeds go to charitable event, Bay State Medical. Strike It for Life 2009 has now been over. Thank you, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the show. And tuning in to LCTV 12. Good night, and everybody have a great tomorrow.